Hey, hey everybody! Me and Bugsy are doing another review. Oh, dudes! I got you and Bugsy's brain buzz. We doing War and Gemini? Yep, right now. Oh, dudes. Okay, Bugsy and I started watching it. Bugsy and I started watching it, and from what Bugsy's told me, because I didn't see the end, it was him and Dark seeing it, or Ansukamaru, depending on how you what what you want to call him. Um, So we saw this. See, Kenchi. Well, Kenchi was brought to this world of Mecha Masters, and he was actually supposed to assassinate he was supposed to assassinate this chick, but that failed, and she kind of wanted Tenchi to work for her. And Kenchi's speed and everything about him, because he's a Masaki, and because Yoshio trained him, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious in this. It's pretty obvious how Kenji is like this. He's strong. He's strong, fast, and all that. We all know how he got it. And pretty much, there's a lot of callbacks to Tenchi Muyo, like Kenchi's fascination for crystals because of Ryo-Oki, and maybe a few other elements from a certain other Tenchi series I don't want to talk about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Tenchi in Tokyo. Yeah, I don't like you. You're a bad series. But and there's also and he also Kenchi in some episodes will blurt out about his sisters. There's he blurted on about Sasami once, Aika once. Well, Sasami two times, Aika once, and Ryoko just one time. He won't refer to them by name, and I really probably just to keep it vague or whatever. I think they're planning to do something when they do season two, because there's going to be a season two of this. I know there is. Um, Basically, it's like the perfect blend of action. Now, now get with me here. Unlike OVA 3, it's the perfect blend of action, comedy, a little bit of romance splashed in there for color, and basically adventure in a kind of war-ish setting. I mean, guys, it's hard for me to enjoy a giant robot anime because it's usually the same. It's usually a whiny hero that doesn't want to be a hero, but yet he has to. He's forced into it and still hates it, but he does it anyway. I'm talking about Evangelion. Or like Gundam, where most of like 5% of the protagonists are whiny little girls with sand up their skirts. I really did like this because it was great. The characters were great. It had that feel of a Tenchi. It had that feel of a Tenchi series without the main cast. I like that. I like that. I like how it was going. And before things changed today, old Don Sakamaru wanted to get down. Before things changed today, I wanted to get down with Princess. I wanted to get down with Queen Flora. Queen Flora. She was hot. Didn't you say you wanted to slam dunk then until there's nothing left? Yep. You know I do. I'm the pervert. You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Anyways, we actually think that, I don't know, maybe Kenji did use Light Hog Wings while fighting the, Dark Mecha Lord. You know, maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but it was freaking cool. And there's a little bit of romance between all the girls. Come on, it's a Tenchi thing. Of course, it's gonna be romance between all the chicks. It has to be. Excuse me. Excuse me for a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay, here we go. So, but yeah, all in all, it's a good series. I'm not trying to spoil anything for you, the viewer, because I want you guys to look at this. I want you to watch this series for yourself. Yeah, it can get a little fan servicey, but it knows when to be fan servicey, when to be funny, when to be serious, when to be taken seriously, or when to just throw a little gag in there, And that's something that a lot of these, that's the thing that OVA 3, Tenchi Muyo Ryo-Oki was missing. That's what it was really missing. It was missing that key element that makes something into that makes a freaking Tenchi series good. And I hate the fact that that OVA 3, deviated from that, Tenchiness without adding anything new. It's like, I really hope, and oh yeah, I wasn't gonna spoil, we weren't gonna spoil the ending, but at the very, very end, before the credits roll, we kind of hear what I assume are the two entities that brought Kenshi into this world of Mecha Masters. And I can kind of assume who they are. But then again, I'm not really that certain it's really them. But if you're like me and you watched OVA 3, well, come on. If you guys don't know who those two might be, I have a pretty good guess. So, but anyways, I'll probably explain that in another video. It'd be like one of my theory videos. Yeah. So, guys, what do you give this? What do we give this? I give it a freaking. I give the comedy a 10 out of 10. I give the action a 10 out of 10. Oh, we should talk about the villains before we get out of here. Before we give it our final score. Oh, we had two villains. God dang, we got two of them. Let me freaking refresh my memory on two of the villains. Oh my God, guys, I'm sorry. I'm so unprepared, and usually I just go into these, boom, boom, boom. But, but we should tell you at least about the villains. At least. Sorry. I know this is not how regular reviews do it, but, sorry about that. But, we shall share with you. We shall share with you a little bit of the villains and Warren Geminar. We got Dagmar and Babaloo. Now, I wouldn't say he was a villain, sort of, but not really. Because it really just, you really go like, what? And you know what's messed up? Freaking GXP only had one villain. Tenchi Muyo Ryo-Oki had 3 villains. And Warren Geminar had 3 villains as well, even though one wasn't a villain. Dagmar. Now, Dagmar, I didn't like the dude when we first watched the episode. Because Dagmar was like... I didn't like Dagmar at all. I thought he was gonna be one of those spoiled rich kids, and then he gets showed up by Tenchi, but he still wants to fight him, kind of like his rival. But no, he takes a heel turn. He becomes a freaking villain of sorts. So me and Gin were me and the old Ginster here. We were sitting, watching watching one of the episodes where Dagmar basically gets captured or sorta captured. So we think, oh, he's gonna get captured and he's gonna threaten these guys and he's going to threaten these guys and they're gonna like beat him up. But no, the freaking bandit that tried to the main head of the bandits captured him, and they like he got with the leader of the bandits or whatever they're called, and he banged her. Me and Ging were sitting here just awestruck, awestruck about what we just saw. We were like, dude, and we all and how how these villains fall into a kind of cliche where they're saying we're doing this for the greater good and blah blah blah. The standard villain BS. You know what made me what made me kind of what made me really ticked off kinda let me get that for you. Let me get that for you since I got all the characters of Warren Gemini here. So Chizaya or G this one, was really in love with Dagmar, and she kind of contemplated killing Kenji because Dagmar and his little forces and Babalune's forces were kind of losing. He's like, I want if you want to be with me, kill Kenji. And she was like thinking about it, and I'm saying this is like the gist of it, but she was going to, but then she stopped. She didn't. And pretty much from then, that's where everything kind of escalates a bit, and everything else. But Messiah or a doll, and I'll pull up the picture of her. I mean, seriously, this stuff is good, and I want to kind of before I really in this review, I just want to kind of show you some of the characters before watching it yourself. Messiah is actually like this artificial mecha master bred to fight, and Babalune uses this to his advantage and actually controls Messiah, turning her into doll, which is this down here, which kind of looks like C2. I mean, I was looking at her and she kind of looked like C2 a little bit. I don't know why. What else about those two? Messiah, when this stuff was before it got into its third and final acts, she's the one that taught Kenchi. I keep doing that. Their names are kind of similar. She teaches Kenchi to massage people, and she hypnotizes him to do it. And she calls Tenchi baby boy. Hey Ani, how'd you feel about that? Well, I think that was pretty hot. And a certain somebody with an A could really do that, and it would be really, really hot. Ani, quit talking about you know who. Come on, Bugsy, please. Just just a little shout out. Shit. Honey, I'm going to hurt you so much right now. Anyways, so yeah. So if you guys wanted to know what we were talking about, that one during the during one of my reviews, and I forget which one. Oh, it was the red. It was the Lupin one. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And by the end of it all, though, all the chicks want Kenji. Even Queen Flora. And I'm gonna go find that right now so you guys can look at it. Mostly to just mess with Ani a little bit. No, Bugsy! Come on now. You don't have to do this to me. You don't have to do this to me, man. I guess I can't find it, dude. Ha! You suck. Oh, fat chance, dude. I'm gonna find it. Oh, you douche. Oh, you think I wasn't gonna show this? Come on. Freaking awesome. Anyways, here we go. Okay, this is the Char's aunt. I'm probably saying her name wrong. I'm probably saying her name wrong. She's a crazy, crazy chick. And I would be, I would have been, before everything changed for me today, I wouldn't hesitate, and this is just me, not Bugsy, or this doesn't, my thoughts and views do not reflect Bugsy or anybody in this channel. I would bang her until there was nothing left. Okay. That's what I do. She's that hot to me. And if anybody really knows about our channel, yeah, I'm a little bit of a perv. So, yeah. And she really wants Kenji, and she almost kind of did. And she was also one of Kenji's massage victims. Oh, yeah. These characters are so freaking awesome. Okay, you think they're there for fan service, but no, they're a little bit more than just that. Even though the show can get kind of fan servicey, I don't know nothing about the novel. But I might pick some of those up because I hear GXP. I hear GXP freaking is in novelization form now. It continues where the anime left off. And I think I might just get Warren Jonah if there's like another event after kind of the anime or whatever. I mean, I really gotta say this, guys. It really felt like a Tenchi series, and not like how OVA 3 tried to be. It tried too hard to recapture its former glory. Instead of trying something new and kind of putting some of the old elements back, it tried too hard to keep the same elements, but tried to do something new. And the creator, the guy that made Tenchi, I'm so bad with the creators of these series. God, because I heard his name on a Tenchi forum, Tenchi cast. I keep forgetting his name. This dude. I mean, freaking GXP. Okay, here's how I see it. Watch GXP if you want fan service. If you want a lackluster story, watch watch Tenchi in Tokyo. If you want two of the best Tenchi stories ever, you watch Tenchi Muyo and Tenchi Universe. If you want to look, if you want to look what they kind of tried to do with the series and try to tie up all the loose ends in the first Tenchi Muyo, I guess you'd watch OVA 3 if you're into that. Um, and actually, before we get out of here, I want to actually read a little bit of the, well, basically, I want to read, I want to read a little bit of our main protagonist. Here we, well, I want to show a little bit of our protagonist. Oh, he played around with Ryogi in the field when he was a child, so that's why the whole meow. That's why the whole freaking meowing thing. Another callback. Kenchi was hypnotized by Washu. They even talk about this in the anime. And he calls him that woman. I guess he doesn't like. I guess he wasn't around their house as much, or something. I don't know. But he refers to why she was that woman. Like, oh, I'm like, okay. Also, his fascination with crystals. Because Ryogo gave him a crystal, and I guess he was fascinated by it. So there are a few callbacks. Like I said, there are a few callbacks to some of the stuff from the main Tenchi series, if you know where to look. I'm not, like, I probably spoiled a little bit for you. Oh, yeah, I think the two freaking unknown entities, and I don't know because I haven't read the novel, and probably the novel tells you who those two were that were talking, but they were talking in text in the anime, and I don't know because I haven't read the novelization, and it probably goes a little bit further than what I'm talking about it. But I think, and this could be just me, those two that send Kenshi to the one entity that probably sends Kenshi to the other world could be. And let me see if I'm right. I want to be completely sure about this. You know, I think it says that Z from OVA 3, which was the villain, that Geminar could have been his home. They say it's all theory, but maybe. I know I'm just yammering on at you. So I hope you like. You should totally see Warren. You should totally see Warren Geminar, or Saints Knight's Tale as it's called. It's a pretty good series. You get a few laughs. You get a few well placed yucks and a few in place boners.
Where'd my other Monster Claw go?
I don't know. So, what we're saying is, check out Warren Gemini. You will not be mistaken when you see this. You won't be disappointed when you see it. And also, we keep on hearing that season 2 is going to have we keep hearing that season 2 is going to have the main cast actually the main Tenchi cast actually come and see Kenshi, but we're probably not entirely sure on that. it's kind of like what me and the guys have been speculating what season 2 would technically be. Even though we haven't read the novelization, so if you guys know something that we don't, please leave it in the comments. But don't be a douche about it. Alright, see you guys later. Bye. See ya.
We set out to
Oh my
change.
god.
We didn't phone it in.
It's an ad. Click off.